You had your whole life to prepare for this moment. Why aren't you ready?
I'm tired, sir.
Do you wish to quit? If your mission is to quit, there's no better time than right now. You can quit now. Get it over with.
Forget that.
What's up? It's your buddy John back with another update. So this week was kind of strange. I don't really know too much about what was going on, or for some reason, I was super exhausted, like exhausted. And maybe it's just because, like I said, I've been having issues with sleep and such. So eating this week didn't really do a good job tracking it. I mean, I did enough to make sure I was in a deficit, but it wasn't. There was like no real super hard core track I was keeping of anything, so or record, as I could say. So walking 0 miles this week. Like I said, something about this week, something about I don't know what was going on. I just did not have energy. And then going into the weekend, sleep in general was not very good until Friday, Saturday. And Friday, I was having a conversation with a friend, and I just could not. Like, I was in the middle of like making a point or going down the rabbit hole on a thought process and just stopped in the middle of it and was like, I don't even know where I was going. And then I know I was saying things that weren't making any sense. You guys ever done that? You guys ever been talking on the phone or talking to somebody and you're talking and you just know like what you said has nothing to do with anything and that you're not making sense at all? Like you have no idea what's going on. That happened this weekend, Friday night at least. And so Friday and Saturday, I know for a fact that I just kind of fell asleep at a certain point and I don't remember when. Like, I know Saturday I fell asleep and I fell asleep on my couch and I woke up in bed. I had shoes on, like all the lights on, all the lights were on in my house. Like, it just didn't make any sense. Like, I can't remember the last time that I was this exhausted. So this week wasn't super great. And I mean, that all falls on me, obviously. I I wish I could say I can't do anything about it, but I'm the only one who can do anything about it. So still stepped on the scale because that's how this game goes. And I weighed in at 259.6. So a loss of 1.1 pounds this week. Now, I'll say this with sleep being what it was and being as exhausted as I was and zero tracked walking and not really keeping a hard record of how I ate 1.1 pounds, I'm actually floored by. I mean, I will definitely take it. But in the future, I'm going to obviously go out of my way to try to make sure we don't have another week like this where there's just like, it's almost like there was no effort. And I mean, I don't know. I guess you could make the argument there was no effort. But another week like this won't work. I was happy to see the 1.1, and I know Friday night and Saturday night I got some really good sleep. But outside of that, like no real record of anything or nothing even happened to keep record of. Like that's just pathetic. But only I can do anything about it, and so I trust me to handle it going forward. This upcoming week, I'm going to challenge myself to actually what am I looking for? I'm going to challenge myself to have an exceedingly successful week. Okay. I got a lot going on. I mean, this past week, my daughter got braces back on her teeth. This week coming up on tomorrow, the 15th, she turns 13. So now my daughter's going to be a teenager. So that's kind of a big deal. Um, right now she's in Houston for a dance competition with her mom. So I know that she's having a great time out there with her friend. Like there's a lot going on. Um, but looking forward to this week. I don't want to give you another week like this week right here where it's like, yeah, I didn't really do too much and doesn't seem like I tried to. I don't even want to use the word seem, like, because you can just look at how I just explained what happened and you can say you didn't do anything this week. Like, besides, lightly monitor how you ate. Like, obviously you did enough to stay in a deficit, but that's really it. So going forward, can't do that. But hey, we're coming up to the holidays, coming up to Christmas. Looking forward to it. I hope all of you guys have your plans already lined up. I hope everybody's got somewhere they're going to go, got some people they can spend time with. That's the stuff that makes life worth it. Like presents and all that stuff. That stuff doesn't matter. That's just details. But, the interpersonal relationships that you have with your friends and family and those around you, like that's the stuff that carries all the value. So I hope you guys will lean into that this holiday season. I know I will. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video with a much better update. But either way, that's all I got for now. I will see you in the next one. It's your buddy John. Out.
God, your hands are clean. Because they got hit by lightning.